Good afternoon, coming to you live from Kamloops, British Columbia. I'm Shane Gottfredson with my cameraman Elliot Goodyear, coming to you live from the Mac Island Sports Centre. Team Ontario playing Team Saskatchewan. We have some shout outs here to some of the fans back home. Number 15, Carson Ledoux from Muskeg Cree Nation. Your dad giving a shout out to all the family back home in Muskeg. Carson wants to know that he appreciates all the support back home. Carson Ledoux. And also we got from Ontario, Jordan McLeod, number 19 from Moose Factory, Ontario. Shout out to Harold Sunner, Meredith Sunner, and Daryl McLeod. Landon Luke, also number 4 from Sudbury. Shout out to Anthony Robo, Sullivan Lake. And Stephen Winkler for ISWO, Executive Director. Shout out to you guys. Ontario's and Saskatchewan pucks dropped here is big game between these two teams as starting lineup for Saskatchewan is Bearhart, Gamble, and Dewar. Ontario's coming with Kichu, Kachego, LaBelle, and McDonald as Ontario gets the puck in deep as Sass rips it out and out. And Ontario big number 21, Sturgeon, rips it back in and long stretch pass. Here comes Sask, a glove save. As Saskatchewan had a long stretch pass of Brehart, who got a lot on that as goaltender. Starting goalies is Nate McGuire for Ontario, and for Saskatchewan, big Josh Henry. And that just goes wide as here comes Ontario. Pitawaga up to number 7. Oh, rebound! And a save as number 7, Jacobs, walks in with a glorious opportunity for Ontario. And Josh Henry with the big save early on here to keep this score knotted at zeros as Ontario's coming with Pitawatatan, Dockstetter, and Jacobs. Wheeled around, Saskatchewan's coming the other way with Dewar, Gertapati, and Bernier as picked off by number 7, Jacobs, as he's bodied hard. And here comes Pitawaga, who comes the other way as Ontario's pushing hard as Sass breaks that play up. Kept in at the line by Ontario's number 9. And they get a quick one. Number 9, Danny McDonald opens the scoring as he hustled in to keep that puck in. And he gets the goal. Danny McDonald with the goal for Ontario as they're the defending national champs, as they've won both the girls and the boys are 2024 National Hockey Champs. Saskatchewan's got their hands full as here's big number 3, Cade Manitoban, who ripped the puck in. Looks like a delay to Saskatchewan. Wheels back and sets up as here's number 7, Gardapi, dumps the puck in. And Sask is all over it. Here's stopping in the corner is Daniluk, who chips it behind, and Arcand is on that puck as Delorme is forechecking, wins the battle. Here's Arcand, walks out, and he's got the puck knocked off, turned aside by McGuire, out to the line and back in by Sask as we're looking at a change here. Here's number 8, Royce Abraham, who couldn't make a play, and we got a whistle. 17:38 as Ontario strikes early. 1-0 Ontario over Team Sask. As we got a good turnout here today in Kamloops, British Columbia. Me and Elliot Goodyear are taking care of your play-by-play. Elliot's my camera guy, and I'm Shane Gottfredson, your play-by-play guy. Quick shot on goal, covered up by Josh Henry as he made a big save with no rebound. Out for Team Ontario, looking like we have Sully, Paquette, and Sully. Connor Sully's out there as Sask gets the puck behind the net. That's Hernchak, who's a highly sought-after prospect playing Div 1 college next year. He's their captain. Hernchak, a quick shot at the point that's bouncing around. Baptiste takes his guy out as Ontario flicks it back to the point, and that's going nowhere as that comes around. Ontario seems to have the edge on play so far as number 22, Sully, is battling behind the net, and here comes Sask. Dewar's coming the other way as he walks around his guy, drops the puck, and he's taken out by big number 21, Sturgeon Lewis, as he played his guy. Baptiste with the puck, back to the point, number 6. Big shot, turned aside. Oh, his 21 absolutely destroys his guy, and he's going to the penalty box. Sturgeon Lucas with a little bit too aggressive on number 14, Parada, who paid the price in front of the net as Team Sask is on the power play at 16:17 of the first period. Coming to you live from Tecumseh to the Saskatchewan traditional territory. And there's lots to do as Sask gets waved out. Coming in is number 21 for Team Saskatchewan to take this draw. Is Stewart, gets it back, quick shot, gone wide as Sask's on the puck. They move it in, they're trying to work it low as Ontario flips that out as number 13. Looks like Cunningham Louts dumps that puck down, and here comes Sask. They got ahead of speed, they gain the zone. Nice little move by number 10. He makes a nice move, but gone nowhere as here Sask's working it low as we have Sask trying to get some chances, and that's dumped down the ice as we have number 19, Waylon Gardepy coming off the ice. Caleb Dewar is coming on, as well as number 22 for Team Saskatchewan, Burhart. And here comes Sask the other way. Chuck back to the point. Gives it over, quick shot. Right in the chest, easy save as Saskatchewan has Daniluk, Dewar, and I believe Bernier out there. Daniluk taking the draw. Herchuk gets it as that just goes through a leg as here's Team Sask trying to set this power play. 42 seconds left. As Herchuk back to number 6. Now Arkan into the corner. Back to Arkan. Quick shot off. A nice block by number 7, Jacobs. Arkan gets the puck again. Quick shot as that's covered up. Big shot by Bearhart. No rebound by Nate McGuire. 17 seconds. As Saskatchewan is the home team here today. Ontario's the visitors. They've got a 1-0 lead so far. As face off won by Sask. Little Sask pass. Oh, chip shot. Banned on that one, and Ontario gets it to the line. Arcan is Herchak with another shot. Big stop by McGuire. The Saskatchewan's coming hard late in this power play. Herchak, Arcan, and he just whistles that over top of the net. Big body check. And that puck hits the top of the glass as Caleb Dewar for Saskatchewan finishes his guy off, forces the play out. South comes back after that successful penalty kill as Saskatchewan comes with Gardapati, Bernier, and Dewar against Ontario line here of number. Quick shot and a goal! Sask jumps on the board. Gardapati snipes that up top and gets Sask on the board at 13:57. We're all knotted up here, and a great shot by Waylon Gardapati, as the people back home from Sask are saying, what's this announcer talking about? Gardapati rips one home as Ontario comes back with Sully, Paquette out there, and number 12, Connor Sully. Here's big number 21, Lewis, with the shot. As they jam away, it's getting physical out there. As number 22, Sully, is not liking what's going on as the Sully brothers out there, as they're going hard to the net, trying to create some traffic here, as head coaches here for Ontario are Malcolm Rose. Our head coach is Brandon Biggers, and assistant coaches are Brent Astonwall, Cheon Hill, and trainer is Dustin Peltier. Those are your coaches for Team Ontario, and your head coaches for Saskatchewan are looking like they have head coach Morris Regan from Regina, and we have Coach Desmond and assistant coach Tyson Watney as well, and other coaches. A nice young man who helped fill out the roster was Coach Caden as well, as Saskatchewan's got a lot of support here, as they've always run a good program over the years. They've always been very competitive, and this year is no different, as South dumps it out as that puck is knocked down by number 18 from Ontario, which is Keith Kachetko, who knocked that puck down, and number 20 from McDonald is knocked, and of course number 21 is trying to get into the face of McGuire, and he's pushed out of the way by number 23, Norman, and number 13 for Ontario is Cunningham Laux, who pushes him right out of the way. Quick shot from Pope, big rebound. Another one as McGuire turns out of sight, and here's Sask is creating havoc with their buzzsaw forechecking, and that's picked up by number 9 McDonald, who rims it around off to Paquette, off to number 12 Sully, who rips it off to number 18, and McGuire right at the top of the crease with the glove save as he bounces back to his feet quickly after he made that save. as Ontario's bringing out Danny McDonald, Irvine, and Taylor for this face-off in their zone. Sask is going with number 9, Daniluk, Delorme, and Arkan Vandal, as Big Allard is number 6. I've been calling him Arkan, but that's Big Allard. As here we go, as the coaches are having a little friendly presentaries, as Sask gets it to the line, and 18 Evans couldn't keep the puck, and as that comes out, is getting a little sloppy as Allard rips that puck to, number 9, Daniluk, as here comes Ontario, which is Taylor, who stops and feeds it, broken up by Daniluk and into the neutral zone, and Ontario rims it back as Allard picks it up as he comes the other way, and Sask has a nice breakout. That puck's ripped in as Allard got a piece of McDonald, and he's talking to the ref as they never see nothing, as Big Allard rims it around for his D partner, and Sask is a missed play as here they come the other way as they have a nice breakout now, as here comes number 8 for Sask, which is Sovi, who moves the puck up. You got Parada, Baptiste, and Savi out there, picked off by number 4, Mackenzie, as they get it out as Sask D to D, as here's Mackenzie with the puck, and he just dumps it back in, and McGuire behind the net plays it around, and here's number 12, Sully, who gets the puck up and broken up by Sask, and here they come the other way as head of steam by number 22 for Saskatchewan, flying down the wing, and here comes Ontario on a broken play. And Sask comes back again, and here's Mackenzie. He gives it off up to 16, Gamble, who goes rink wide as that play's dumped in by Sask, and we're back at neutral zone. Ontario dumps it in, and big number 23, James Norman for Saskatchewan. He's one of the bigger boys here in this tournament, as he's comes back, and Sask gives it away. Quick shot off the leg of Norman. Fanned on it as 18 for Ontario. Kachetko gets another chance here as Josh Henry makes the save, as that puck got overskated by a few Sask players, as Ontario comes out with Kachetko, McDonald, and LaBelle, and here comes Sask buzzing along as Herchak is cautiously angles out his guy, as puck in the corners. They're battling for it, and here comes Sask. They can't get it out. Oh, big Norman. He lays out his check in a big thundering body check, as here comes pinched by number 13 for Ontario, Cunningham Louts. He's no slouch on his size either, as that puck's rimmed out as Sask holds it at the line, looking for a whistle, as coming wide here for Saskatchewan is Lewis, as he comes off, and now comes on number 5 for Saskatchewan, Delorme, as Allard played that up, knocked down by number 20 for Ontario. He's coming the other way, dumps it in, and still ragging the puck is McDonald, as he's puck's like a magnet, as Sask had enough as they double team him. Quick shot by number 7, Jacobs, and big save by Josh Henry. to keep this game knotted up at 1, as Ontario getting some chances as number 9 for Saskatchewan, Daniluk, gets it up, and Delorme can't play that as Daniluk and Delorme forechecking hard as here comes Ontario as number 7, Noah Jacob, rims it around for Panawak, and Noah Jacobs didn't waste any time as he got a goal by Josh Henry there as the net looked like it was off the moorings there as what's going on here. No goal as they wave it off. As Jacobs got a goal taken away as the puck got by him, and Josh Henry, as the refs waved that off because I guess the net was off the mooring. Big break for Saskatchewan here. Big break for Team Sask as Ontario's line of Dockstetter, Petawa, and Jacobs as that puck is a little bit too hard, and here comes Sask as Sask's line of Sauvé, Parada, and Baptiste are hard on it. Baptiste is Baptiste's dad, Ryan Baptiste, is one of the top chuck wagon guys in the chuck wagon circuit, is very proud of his Western heritage, as that family's right in the chuck wagon business. As Ryan Baptiste is here, I was talking to him yesterday, pretty good old-timers hockey player himself. He played with the Red Pheasant Rebels for a number of years, and looks like his son's going to be playing for the Rebels and Freddy's as well. As we have a delayed offside as we have out there for Saskatchewan. We have Gamble, Bearhart. I'm not sure if Dewar's out there. Dewar's out there as Bearhart's chasing it, and that's flicked to the line. Capped in momentarily, but here they regroup as Ontario as they look for a long stretch pass, and as Saskatchewan picks it up as Mackenzie fans on one there and comes back as Sask gets it up to Bearhart, and here comes Dewar. Oh, he had a quick shot that goes off the mask of Nate McGuire. That puck goes out of play for a stoppage of play at 6:20 of the first period. Pretty good pace to this game, 1-1 between the defending champs from the east, which is Ontario, and Toronto Maple Leaf country, as they went on to win their opening game against the Florida Panthers 5-4, as Wall got the win in that one. And back to Perchak as he gets cross-checked by number 12, Arkan. Race for it is, I'm not sure Henry wanted that play to turn out the way it did, but here's Ontario, big number 13, Cunningham Louts, misplays that puck as, again, stoppage of play. I'm not sure if that face-off, refs are talking about where they're going to drop the puck as the other official is fixing the net, and the referee talking with Josh Henry there as he's having a little bit of equipment trouble, as it looks like that face-off's going to come down in Ontario's end outside the blue line, as nobody seems to be protesting too much, as Ontario is coming with the 15 line of Poquet, Sully, and so brought in by Herchak, as he got a lot on that, as McGuire makes the save. As this Herchak is drafted into the dub, drafted highly into the WHL, highly drafted into the Saskatchewan Junior League, and college hockey is his route, and he's going to go play down in Div 1 in the States, and he looks like a good one. Big Norman back to Herchak, little side shovel pass, and here's Sask is a little give and go. Stop and go here is here's Saskatchewan looking at setting up from behind the net is Grenier, Gardapi, and Dewar out there. As another stop and play. I hope you're enjoying the action wherever you're watching from, whether it's the flatlands of Atakakoop or Muskeg Lake or Red Pheasant or Curve Lake, Ontario. Big shout out to all our fans in Curve Lake, Ontario, as here comes Ontario the other way. Oh, he almost snuck through there as Big Norman got his stick as Herchak finished his checkout back, and Norman with the hard passes. Here comes South the other way as, oh, he cuts to the net. Nice little sauce pass. And Ontario's gonna go to the sin bin at 4:59 as number 8, Royce Abraham, gets called for slashing at 4:59 left in the first period. As Saskatchewan's going on the power play, as they're running out there now with looks like Dewar and Bearhart, and I can't catch the other number, but they're going with Bearhart and Dewar as Big Allard's been getting a little housey going as Dewar gets that back to number 22. Bearhart Saskatchewan is trying to regroup here, as here comes Big Allard as Ontario takes them down, as big number 11, Emerson Taylor, with the physical play to Allard and stopped him cold at the blue line, as Saskatchewan seems to be having trouble moving the puck here, as Ontario's taking away time and space on this penalty kill. 1:26 left in this power play, as we have Caleb Dewar, and out there also is number 9, Dana Luck, out there with number, as Sask maneuvers the puck. Here's Allard, quick pass back to the point. Here's Herchak, he looks at settling down, little cute flip pass to the winger, and again a big stop is number 9 for Saskatchewan. Daniluk is in there. Saskatchewan comes back with a new fresh power play unit of Dewar and number 19. Looks like Daniluk's going to stay out there as that puck goes to Evans at the point, and he plays catch with Allard, and here's number 19. One-timer, oh, and a big save by McGuire with 48 seconds left here. And Dewar's got the puck in the corner, and that's some stick, and here comes Ontario. They'll take it down and kill some time here as number 18. He moves in and he's causing some trouble as two guys from Saskatchewan can't handle big number 18, Kachetko, as he comes off, and he's replaced by number 9, Danny McDonald. As that skate hit the puck hit the linesman's skate, and here's number 10, who carries the puck in for Saskatchewan, which is, oh, and that shot goes off of a leg there. And we're evened up here, 5-a-side, as looks like this penalty's been killed off, and coming back, Ontario. They had a good penalty kill as Saskatchewan couldn't seem to get any shots through to McGuire with 2:36 left in this opening period, as Saskatchewan looked like offside to me as they wave it off, and Ontario kicks the puck up, and here they come. Sully the other way as Allard takes him out, and oh, that just goes over top. Oh, another body goes flying. As Jacobs, he's been going to that place, what we call the dirty zone, as he comes back hard with his check, as Ontario clears that puck that bounced out from the front of the net. And here they come. Here comes Ontario the other way. Oh, quick shot. Oh, McGuire, he was looking behind him, but looking behind himself. But that puck got caught between his pads, as he's a big boy, this Josh Henry. He made a save, but he took a peek behind him as Ontario. They walked in as Saskatchewan kind of gave up an opportunity there with 150, as that puck got ripped off the glass and hit off of somebody in the bench there, as number 17, Pitawatka, is having some words with Evans there and talking about that hard shot. Evans ripped off the glass there. Ontario wins another draw as Manitoban dumps it in, and here comes Sask the other way, as here's DeLorme. He's been pretty quiet today. Normally he's buzzing out there, as everybody knows that the DeLorme family in Saskatchewan is famous with Ron the Chief DeLorme. He played a number of professional years in hockey, but most notably had his best years played for the Vancouver Canucks. And that year the Canucks went to the Stanley Cup Finals, he had one of the greatest fights known in the NHL playoff histories, where he fought Mulvey to a toe-to-toe go, and he ended up giving it to Mulvey, and Vancouver went on to beat Chicago in that series. And I think that was the turning point when Ron DeLorme had that great fight. As here comes Ontario with 44 seconds. They're looking for an opportunity as, Bernier stepped into number 18, who went flying, which is Kachetko. As Kachetko comes back looking for some revenge. And bodies are flying as the ref is putting his hand up. I don't know who's getting the call, but somebody's going to the sin bin with 26 seconds. I think Sask is going to the penalty box here. It's looked like a late hit on number 27, Stiles, who got, or Stiers, who got hit pretty good there by number 21, Rory Doer, as he looking for some revenge, as one of his guys got laid out. Is 26.1 seconds left. Ontario, the defending national champs, going to the power play with a huge face-off. Taking it as Dockstetter, Pitawawa, and Jacobs out there for Ontario. Back on the defense, looks like they've got Lewis and number 18 out there, which is Kachetko, playing the point on this power play. As here's a quick shot and a big pad save. As that's steered aside and dumped down the ice as number 9, Daniluk, was racing forward. As looks like time's running out on this Ontario as they look at one quick shot that goes wide of the net. We've got a 1-1 hockey game. Ontario's going to start this second period with the minute 34 on the power play. We got Josh Henry in net for Saskatchewan, and we got big Nate McGuire playing goal for Ontario. As we got a good hockey game here with two teams that are evenly balanced, and they're going at it here live in Kamloops. And we want to say that Ontario's the defending national champs, but Saskatchewan has given them everything that they can handle. I'm Shane Gottfredson with my doing play-by-play with the cameraman Elliot Goodyear all the way from Kamloops. Big shout out to all the fans all over the territory. We want to say hello to all the fans out east in Ontario, all the people that couldn't make it over, and all of the fans out in Saskatchewan as they're hosting the big national championship, the Chief Thunderstick tourney, later this month in about a week out in Saskatoon, both men's and ladies. We're going to take a break for station identification. We'll see you in a bit. Welcome back here to Kamloops, British Columbia. We got a 1-1 tie between Team Ontario and Team Saskatchewan. Few shout outs here to our people back home in Ontario as we got number 15, Landon Paquette, and Royce Abraham, number 8, from Long Lake, number 58 First Nation, known as the Long Lake Heartbreakers, the Paquette and Abrahams. As another thing going on in Ontario is Little NHL is hosted in Toronto, and that has a 52-year history of that tourney for minor hockey for all sorts of kids, and a big tourney that's got a long, rich history. We also have number 3, Cade Manitowaban, from Moose Cree First Nation, the Moose Factory, and he's a defenseman here today, the home of Jonathan Chichu, who scored 52 big ones in the NHL to win the scoring title one year. As we have a lot of Ontario fans here wearing their colors and coming up and chatting. We also have number 20 from Ontario, his family, Devin Jones McDonald from Garden River First Nation, wants to do a big shout out to all the family and friends back home. And that's the home of the late and the great Ted Nolan as well. Big shout out to all the Watneys back in Red Pheasant First Nation, watching Tyson Watney, one of the assistant coaches here with Saskatchewan. His daughter, Berkeley Saskatchewan, is playing for Team Saskatchewan. 15-year-old girl playing with the big ladies here, as Saskatchewan's going to come out with their big defense of big number 23, James Norman, on the power play with Jason Herchak. Up front, they're going to go with number 11, Caleb Dewar, and number 22, Hudson Bearhart, as well as, I don't know who that other forward out there for Sask is. It looks like number 10 is going to get some power play. That's Josh Herchuk on the back end. And number 22 is Bearhart. It looks like Sask needs another guy out there. Killing the penalty for Ontario. The last minute 34 is... oh, no. Looks like Sask is killing this penalty off. Pardon me. As Ontario's going to run the power play with, they've got the power play coming up here with number 26, LaBelle, Kachetko, and McDonald on this power play, as looks like they're going to wheel the puck up in the zone as number 21, Sturgeon Lewis, jamming that puck at the side of the net, as Big Norman says, we're not having any of that business this early in the second period, as Saskatchewan's looking to kill this penalty off. A big kill here, 1-1 early into the second period, 1:15 left in this power play as Ontario gets the puck. As Saskatchewan looking at some quick penalty kill pressure here as Ontario walks in, slides it in, and number 26 for Ontario, Cooper LaBelle's getting some power play time as that goes back to number 21, Sturgeon Lewis, over to number 18, Kachetko, who's running the show on the back end, and here's number 20, Devin McDonald. Back to Kachetko, back to McDonald, and a quick shot. Oh, that didn't miss by much, as that goes high and over the net. Ontario tries to push it out as that's ripped down the ice by Herchak. As, oh my God, is number 22 for Saskatchewan. Hudson Bearhart gets a shorty with 23 seconds left. As Bearhart gets a shorty to put Saskatchewan up, that's a backbreaker, as Bearhart is from Whitewood, Saskatchewan, played for the Warman Wildcats, as huge goal at 18:49 and 23 seconds left in this penalty, as he puts Sask up, as Cunningham Laux wheels it around, as number 12 for Ontario, Sully gets it up, as that's rink wide as they get it in deep, trying to have one last push, as referees trying to get out of the way, as Ontario is working the wall, as number 17 Pedawarak has the puck, and he fishes it off as he gets it back again, and number 18 for Sask, Evans, gets it out, and here comes Sask the other way as a button turn and controls it and shoots it on his own goalie, as Josh Henry was tested out real early here, as here comes Lawson Gardepy out there for Saskatchewan with McKenzie. Gardepy and McKenzie, as Gardepy's taking the draw, as Beignet, Gardepy, and Dewar out for Saskatchewan. We're all evened up here, 5-a-side, 2-1 Saskatchewan, and puck gets chipped out to the blue line as Ontario keeps it in, as Sask chips it up on the wall, as Dewar holds the puck there, as Gardepy loses the puck in the corner, as does McKenzie, as Ontario seems to be winning a lot of these puck battles and stick battles, and coming the other way is Emerson Taylor. He gets a shot on Josh Henry, as Saskatchewan didn't like what they see, as big change here in their lineup, and coming out with some energy line here, they've got Seth Baptiste and Mason Sovey with Holden Parada. This line brings it every shift, and quick shot, and that's blocked as Sask gets it out off the Ontario defenseman. Icing waved off, and here comes the forecheck as Baptiste goes up against big number 21 Sturgis, as that's given away, as here comes Ontario the other way, as they're all for naught off that giveaway. 2-on-1 turns into a 3, a sauce pass. That puck rolls off a number 8 stick, which is and an easy save on Mason Sovey, as Ontario dumps it deep in Saskson, and Baptiste is back, and here comes Ontario, number 18 with a quick shot. Puck was loose for a second as Josh Henry turned that loose for a second, and Royce Abraham got a great shot away, but covered up by Team Saskatchewan, big Josh Henry. Another shot by Royce Abraham. He can let it fly. He got all of that one, as number 18 for Saskatchewan, Kachetko, who wins the draw. He's won a lot of draws, and he wins another one, as that's turned around by McDonald, who's in the corner with Kachetko, and that puck goes out of play, as Kachetko is going to put his skills back and see if he can win another one for Team Ontario, as Saskatchewan seems to be on their heels a bit here as they're tied up in their zone, as that shot's blocked by Evans, and Allard chips it up, and Sask gets it away and chips it by, and here's a chance by Delorme. Oh, as big number 8, Royce Abraham, almost knocked that puck in his own net, as Nate McGuire make the first save and kept the rebound out, as big number 8 Royce came back hard and almost knocked that in his own net, but Nate said, "I got you, bro," and high fives all around as Cunningham Laux gives Nate the high fives here, as we're 2-1 for the home team, Saskatchewan, as that shot's fanned on by McKenzie, ripped behind the net, as battle between Cunningham Laux and number 9, which is Daniluk, as that puck goes out of play. And the ref gives a very dramatic hand signal that face-off's going to be in the corner here, as we got Pickers, Gill, and Cunningham Laux out there for Ontario. Taking the draw is Dockstetter, as he's going up as Sask wins it. Quick shot went off of Delorme, as Delorme tries to finish his guy off and takes him down. No call, as here's Sask is walking in his number 7, Gardapi, who rips it off the pad of McGuire, and here comes Ontario with the head of speed, as number 16 Dockstetter walked all the way in and back to the blue line, as number 12 for Saskatchewan tries to finish his check off. Arkan Van Dale on the forward check here as he's coming off, and here comes a fresh troop for Saskatchewan as they go with the number 1 line of Dewar, Brehart, and Gamble, and number 4 McKenzie. And Aaron Pass getting a little sloppy, as sometimes the fatigue sets in and you get a little sloppy, as McKenzie had a sloppy play there, but no harm done, as the bro would say, Big Josh Henry, "I got you, brother," and he covers that puck up. Face off with 14:50, as that's a bouncing puck, as Ontario at the side of the net, as big Josh Henry again takes the angle away, as covers that puck up and adjusting his face mask as that puck went off him, and they're looking for the puck. Glove save. 14:43 remaining in the second period. Face off in Saskatchewan's end. Another big win, as looks like number 11 with a clean win for Ontario, which is Emerson Taylor. He's dancing up the ice, as here's Big Norman. He rips the puck in, and good hockey game here, as these teams have a lot of history in playing each other, as Team Sask has won gold a few times, and so is Ontario. They're the defending champs, and here's Sask losing a puck battle, and that's chipped out as number 11 Taylor is battling Dewar along the wall, and Ontario's got the puck, as here comes number 23 for Ontario, Irvine, who gets it in, and oh, that shot's blocked by that number 9, got a quick shot off for Ontario, but that's blocked, and A little bit scrambly here in Saskatchewan as Ontario, as number 22 is working hard, which is Sully behind the net, as Herchuk is trying to box him out as Sully gets it and brought right back in, thrown in the corner as number 23 Irvine gets hit hard in the corner as he's looking for a change. And Ontario, Sully flips it back as he's hit hard by number 21 Rory Dewar as Sask overskates the puck and Ontario dumps it and the ref gets in the way and almost gets a puck in the lips as that goes down for a long shot as number 8 for Ontario rips it around, which is Royce Abraham. He rips it down, and you got to be quick out there when you're a ref as the referee got in the way and got a clip, and then the puck almost hit him in the lips on the other way. But I can say these guys are playing hard out there. It's a good effort by both teams here. It's a good skating club, both of these teams. As Ontario comes the other way as number 15 Paquette and the Sullys are out there. Oh, not just wide. He tried to bounce that off of the goalie. Connor Sully tried to bounce that off, and that didn't work. As here's number 26 for Ontario, Cooper LaBelle. He gets hit hard as he got sent flying by Team Sask, and another body goes flying as number 8 for Saskatchewan finish his check. That's Sovey. As Sask is throwing its weight around here, looking for a momentum shift as number 4 here, McKenzie coughs it up as he's looking like he's a little fatigued as McKenzie chips it off the wall and out as Ontario sets back and regroups as here's Cunningham Loucks with a long pass. Ontario chips it in as McDonald chips it in as here's Delorme out there again and a long pass to number 12 Arcan Vedette as he rips it just off the blocker of Ontario. Here again, Saskatchewan has another chance as Arcan Van Dale is working hard and Ontario walks it out of the zone, and they're looking at, dumping it in and looking for a change as number 10 Pickersgill, he brought it coast to coast and got the puck out, and here comes Sask, number 12 Arcan Vandal. He's looking for a change after a good hard check. Here's Dewar with the intercept. They dump it back in as Saskatchewan's got a 2-man forecheck as they're looking at putting some pucks on the net as Herchuk is walking through everybody. He walks around the quick shot and a big save by Nate McGuire as Herchuk. He walked around a couple players. Saskatchewan's captain Jackson Herchuk, who made a couple nice moves, got a shot off, but Nate McGuire, he gets a visual of that. He's going to stop that all day long. We got a lot of red and black in the stands here. A lot of Ontario fans made the trip out east, but I know there's a lot of family and friends back home that are watching live, and shout out to everybody, especially the fans in Curve Lake, Ontario. It looks like we got a penalty here behind the play, as looks like number 11, Caleb Dewar, as he takes down number 21, or is that number 27, Case Stiers, and he's going to the box. as Steyer's never responded to that, as number 22 is having some words with, from Saskatchewan, he's having some words with his guy. Bearhart is chatting it up, trying to draw some action here, but Big Norman, he's gets that puck, and Herchak gets the puck down. Norman and Herchak out there killing this off, and the defensive side is Sask has a couple speedsters out there in Gardapi and Arkan Van Dale, as that goes off of Norman's skate into the corner, as we've got some end-to-end action here as my Auntie Robin come over and give me the high five, as she's my youngest auntie, as she's giving me the high five signal. Anybody you want me to shout out here in Kamloops, Auntie?
Just wish the three boys good luck.
The Three Bears production? The Three Bears production out there. She wants to give them a shout out. My auntie is my youngest aunt, but one of the most kind people. She was a part of the opening ceremonies, wearing her buckskin, showing her colors off. Very proud auntie, and a rich cultural family that we have. And we want to give a big shout out as here's Ontario, as they're on the power play, as they're moving the puck around, as 109 left, a quick shot, as that's scooped up by Josh Henry, who has faced a lot of pucks in this game, as he's holding Saskatchewan in this game, as 106 remaining in this power play, as Saskatchewan is hanging on to a 2-1 lead, and that puck is ripped down the ice by number 18, Phoenix Evans. And here comes big number 21, Sturgeon Lewis, as I'm not sure what happened there. Are they calling icing or calling icing on big Sturgeon Lewis, as I don't think he was over the line, as Saskatchewan catches a break, as we've got 8:27 and 44 seconds left in the power play. Big Lewis is going to try it again, as he's a big boy from Ontario, and I know back in Ontario they do a lot of hunting and fishing, and I can guarantee you Big Lewis, he ain't missing much of those moose steaks, as he's a big boy, as he's coming off for a change now, as he had a good shift. Number 21 from Ontario, Sturgeon Lewis. Sask looks like they're going to get away with killing this penalty. There's one final push as Ontario's coming, as big number 6, Cam Allard, he wasn't going to have any of that business, as he took away the time from Ontario, as things are getting chippy after the whistle, as Ontario seems to be a little frustrated after that. Very non-productive power play, as Cooper LaBelle is out there giving some business. He's a big boy too, this Cooper, as he's hard on the forecheck as he finishes his guy off. And that puck's held at the line. Here comes Sask the other way as Gardapi walks in. He's boxed out by number 8, Royce Abraham, who had a good defensive play, as Saskatchewan keeps coming, as they're swarming the net, and they pushes it back to the point for number 7, Lawson Gardapi, as he couldn't get any meat on that shot, as he comes back and regroups. As 6:53, a slap passes. He's knocked hard off the puck by Kachetko, as Kachetko's been playing physical as here comes Saskatchewan, as Gardepee the other way, as here comes big number 8, Royce Abraham, who's setting the play up, and he rings it back to Manitoba, and Saskatchewan's forward checking, and Ontario can't seem to get it out, but they do. Here they come the other way as they go gain the line, and they're looking at a shot on goal, and that busy Sticks is getting those pucks turned away as Saskatchewan rips it up, and that comes to the neutral zone, and Pickergill has the puck, and he flips it off to Cunningham Loucks, who pass is intercepted. Here's Baptiste, who dumped it in, and oh, they're looking at a double team on big number Cunningham Loucks as they're bouncing off of him. As I can guarantee you, that boy's ate a lot of moose meat in his time. I think his families are big hunters. Heads up as Herchak took the puck away as Cunningham Loucks gets it away as Saskatchewan dumps it in. Looked like a little hold by Ontario, but he got away with that, Danny McDonald. But nope, number 23 for Saskatchewan. Looks like he's going to the sin bin. Not number 23, pardon me, but Rory Dewar. Is that Dewar or 14? Holden Parada is getting a 2-minute vacation over in the penalty box. As Saskatchewan holds a 2-1 lead. As Ontario back on the power play. As out there is Kachetko as he wins the draw. Here comes Sasko, chips pass, offside. That was a close play. As Bearhart is having a chat with the ref, saying, how could you call that offside? I was gone, man. I was gone like I was looking at setting my traps. As this Saskatchewan crew, they hunt and fish, and here comes Ontario as they chip it in. The Saskatchewan dumps it down as Big Norman, him and Jackson Herchak are killing this penalty off, and Herchak muscles his guy off, and Ontario gains his own, and Dewar gets a piece of that as that puck bounces loose as Herchak and Norman are chasing that puck as Sask is looking at boxing and out. Quick shot and a nice pad save as Dewar fans on that backhand as Josh Henry made a beautiful save there as Ontario is moving the puck. Here's number 15 back to the point as he gets it over to Lewis. Ooh, that puck's dangerous. Ontario's got a minute left as they seem to be all over Saskatchewan, but they can't get any shots through, and the ones they're getting through is as the Henrys made a couple good saves as that goes wide. As the ref gets out of the way and Sask dumps it down. They get fresh defense out there of Allard and Evans now as they dump it as big number 7 Noah Jacobs is trying to get some physical plays. Oh, that goes by number 18 Phoenix Evans as here comes Sask looking like a quick breakout, give and go. Oh, as number 12 for Saskatchewan just missed that pass. Arkan Vandel just missed that quick pass from his forward partner, but nonetheless chipped out of play with 3:23, 5 seconds in the penalty here to Saskatchewan, and we're coming to you from MacArthur Island Sports Centre Tournament, capital of Canada, Kamloops, British Columbia. Heads up! Oh, that was a huge collision. Huge collision as number 14 from Saskatchewan, Parada, caught his man as there was a big collision as they both went flying. You got to keep your head up as anything can happen as that puck hit a stanchion. As Saskatchewan gives away the puck as number 17, Bernier, got a break there as Henry makes another save, but a clear giveaway by Bernier, and Sask comes the other way with the long stretch passes. Rory Dewar trying to get on the board. Sask wide open, a delay, as that's a save as number 19 for Saskatchewan, Waylon Gardapi, had all the time in the world to make a move, but he chose to shoot, and Nate McGuire never gave him anything. 2:18 in the second period remaining. Face off in Saskatchewan zone, won by Sask as they got a push going as Delorme skating hard, moving his feet as he's taken off hard by number 15, Coquette. And here comes Ontario. Nice stick check by Saskatchewan. As here comes number 22, Sully. That's knocked off his stick. And here comes Sask as they're looking at a quick shot by number 9, Daniluk. And that's turned aside by McGuire as the puck's bouncing as we got some rough ice. Oh, as Delorme got a stick on that, and oh, broken stick. Here comes Ontario the other way. Sully's walking in. Oh, big save by Josh Henry again. As Josh Henry turns aside. Number 12 for Ontario. The other Sully is that gets a bad bounce. Here comes Sask the other way. Number 12, Cash Vandal is after that puck as Ontario dumps it out. Big Norman with the puck. Guy runs into him, and that's number 12 for Ontario. Ran into the big fella there, the big rig. As Sully feeling that one is big James Norman. He ain't no lightweight, but 1:03 last minute of play in the second period. Saskatchewan hanging on. As here comes Ontario as they win another face-off. As Kachetko, he's been a face-off machine as he's been winning a lot of draws here as he's got Bearhart's number as Kachetko is that's kept in by Ontario. Here's Dewar. He chips it, race for the puck as no icing. As Dewar's on it, both Dewars are out there. As here's Herchak. Is that Herchak out there? He wins that puck battle and looks like he gets tripped. As here's Ontario trying to jam the puck. Looks like the net's knocked off its moorings again. As big Josh Henry. They need to put a little bear grease on those goal posts as Josh Henry keeps knocking them off. With 20.3 seconds left, I see a lot of the coaches, they got their bear grease on, hiding that gray hair. As bear grease, as everybody knows, in Indian country, when you hit the road, you apply the bear grease to look young again. As face-off win by Sask, and that puck, again, the net is knocked off as number 7 was going hard to the net. Noah Jacobs, as he's knocked off by big number the big number 6, Cam Allard, as we get another stoppage in play. We're probably trying to discuss where that face-off's going to be and what happened. Trying to get it right is, yeah, they're making the call. I think they figured big number 7, Noah Jacobs, ran in, knocked the net off, and they pulling the face-off outside. And as Josh Henry's been the busier of the two goalies this period, as Sask has taken a number of penalties. Here comes Sask the other way as big number 21, Sturgeon Lewis, is throwing his weight around as he knocks down another Sask player. Oh, that puck is long shot, gobbled up by Josh Henry. 2-1 Saskatchewan.
Ontario Southern goal after 2:24. Southern goal for Saskatchewan 32.
As the shots were just announced, as I missed that. But we got a good hockey game, and the refs are, letting them play. As been pretty impressed with number 6, Cam Allard. He plays a pretty solid defensive game. Him and Evan Phoenix and Big James Norman. I guarantee you Big James Norman's eating a lot of moose meat where he's from. That big fella, you could call him, him and Big Sturgeon Lewis, both of those guys are big rigs, as they're a couple of the biggest players. I seen Alberta had a great big guy, but these guys are big as well. And 2-1 Saskatchewan. We're going to have a break here. Shane Gottfredson coming to you live from the tournament capital of Canada, the National Aboriginal Hockey Championships, MacArthur Island, traditional territory of the Tecumloops to Secwepemc. I'm Shane Gottfredson, your play-by-play video guy, and cameraman is Elliot Goodyear. Welcome back for the third period action here. Saskatchewan 2-1 over Alberta. Want to give out some shout outs here online. We got over 189 people watching this game. I hope you're enjoying it. We got Crystal Baptiste from Arizona watching us. We got people from all over Ontario, all over Saskatchewan. And we've got Darlene Arcan here watching her grandson Cash Arcan Vandel, number 12, as from Muskeg Lake. And I remember growing up as a youngster going out to Saskatchewan and staying with my Auntie Muriel and Uncle Pete. And they would take us over to Muskeg to Darlene's place, and they had a son named Sausage, and he used to make us ride his wild horses. But Nixon, Vandel, Arcan, exciting day for their family as they're looking at the draft. The WHL draft is Arcan is Red Deer Rebels property for Saskatchewan. That's number 12 for Saskatchewan. Red Deer Rebels property. Also, big shout out to number 17, Noah Bernier, my partner Joe Cuson's little cuz from the North Battleford area, and that's the Arnstad blood. And his little sister Amelia Bernier, 14 years old, the youngest girl for Saskatchewan, playing and representing the Arnstad blood, but Bernier's representing Team Saskatchewan here as Ontario reels the puck in as we're underway. Third period action as Ontario is forechecking hard. Number 20 for Ontario is Devin McDonald all over that puck as little cross check is Ontario. Oh, he had his head down in number 10 for Ontario. Pickergill had his head down, but Sask was busy looking at the puck. And Josh Henry coming up big for Saskatchewan here as they're up 2-1. Goalie's battle is Nate McGuire. He's been tested often as well. As these teams want it, they got to bring it. And Ontario with a quick shot by number 7, Noah Jacobs. He's been dominating at times and having a good game as Ontario is pushing hard early in the third here. One back by Ontario as big number 13, Cunningham Laux, rips that puck in, and Evans is roughing his guy up as they're battling for the puck. As Josh Henry with another save. He leaves his crease, takes away the angle and all the time in the world. And we got a sunny day out here in British Columbia, if you're wondering, but we haven't seen a light of day as me and Elliot have been doing play-by-play. And here comes Saskatchewan the other way. And that was a busy stick by Cunningham Laux as Jackson has got his stick in the way, and no way that that puck was going to get through to Nate McGuire. Saskatchewan sends out Cash Vandel, Arcan Vandel, Daniluk, and Delorme. One back, a quick shot as that's blocked by Ontario. Big save by Nate McGuire as he stretched his pad out and got his toe. As here comes Ontario, and Ontario working the puck, working the walls, and ripped around. As there's McKenzie, he roughs his guy up. A quick shot by Sturgeon Lewis. Right into the glove of Josh Henry as there's no traffic. As the D cleared the view for Henry. And we've got a 2-1 hockey game. Home team Saskatchewan this game. As that's dumped into the corner behind the net. Here's Herchak. High pass, high stick. As the linesman called the high stick for Ontario as that went off of number 11 there for Ontario, Emerson Taylor. Off of his toe, stoppage and play, face off here. Delorme's lines out there. Arcan, Van Dale's line. That Arcan is property of the Red Deer Rebels of the WHL. As that puck's flipped forward, as here's Delorme moving those feet. He rings it around to Arcan Van Dale. He had no interest in getting that puck. As here comes Sask again. Big Norman's rubbed off by number 26 for Ontario, which is LaBelle, about half the size of him, but he finished Big Norman as he runs into him again. As here comes Saskatchewan as they rip it up hard, and that's a busy stick by number 27 for Kane Stiers as Ontario is pushing hard as Saskatchewan seems to be getting the stick in the way, and here comes Sask as they dump it in, looking at it bounce off the wall, and that shot's been fanned on, and here comes Ontario the other way. Little sauce pass is number 22 Jake Bond. I've been calling him Sully, but that's Jake Bond as he's in front and he bangs that puck home. Jake Bond, he gets a goal here for Ontario. And they are all knotted up at deuces here as they outfought Saskatchewan for that puck. As Jake Bond gets a go-ahead goal for tying goal for Ontario. And Jake Bond, big kid as well. He comes from all the way from Jake Bonds comes from Mississauga, Ontario. Played his hockey with the Hamilton Steel, the U16 AAA team. He's a big kid for being 16. As the linesman looks like he got a puck or a stick, but he's down as Ontario's trainer comes out to take a look at him. Gives us a stop and play here as one of the refs are down, and time for us to give a shout out to some of the communities out east here. The Chippewas of the Thames, big shout out to Dockstetter's family, as looks like we're going down to one ref as the ref's leaving the ice. I don't know what the problem is, but looks like he's injured. We got Devin Jones McDonald from Garden River, Oneida of the Thames, Sechetco First Nation, Batchwana First Nation Ontario, as Ontario is trying to mark their territory here in BC with a face-off win that goes all the way down and covered up by Nate McGuire as Saskatchewan gets the puck out, and we're down to one guy calling the game here. As let's see if that has an impact on this hockey game, as we are all tied up at 2, and Jake Bond's coming off the young 16-year-old, as Dewar loses a draw, and that's ripped down, just missed the goalie as Allard, big Allard from Saskatchewan, who skated hard to get back and make sure that there was no icing, as big number 6, Cameron Allard from Yorkton, Saskatchewan, listed at 6'3", played for the Estevan Bears, U18 team. Is a big kid and pretty mobile as that puck goes out of play. And his D partner is number 18, which is Phoenix Evans, who from Prince Albert, Saskatchewan. He played in the SJHL for the Melford Mustangs. And they get a fresh change out there, and we've got the deep pairing of Mackenzie and Lawson Gardapi out there as Ontario wins a draw. Quick shot is easily handled by Henry, as number 27, Case Stiers, got some wood on that shot. As big Case, he comes all the way from Six Nations of the Garden River, and he played for the Caledonia Carnival Junior B Club in Ontario. As Ontario's looking at taking a lead. Oh, what a nice stick! As oh, they got him. As they got Jake Bond, as he was in on there, as he had a nice tip. He looked at trying to jar that puck loose, but it's a costly penalty, as the coaches always hate those penalties in the offensive zone. As Saskatchewan's going on the power play, and you got Dewar, Brehart, and number 22 out there for Saskatchewan, Brehart, and number 9, Daniluk. Here's Herchuk, as that's back into the corner here. Allard, Herchuk just whistles that wide, as Allard goes back to receive the puck, and coming the other way as Saskatchewan with the nice little move, as they're looking at trying to set the power play up, as looks like Herchuk is being held, but number 22, Hudson Berhart, Herchuk gets it. Berhart with the shot, and oh, nice glove save. As tried to snipe the corner there with 107, but Nate McGuire took that away. He gave it to him, and then he took it away. As Ontario gets some freshies out there. 107, if you're listening wherever you are, if it's in Phoenix, Arizona, or somewhere in Dakota, or in some reserve in Canada, big shout out to the fans here. As Sask is looking to add another one, as Herchuk just missed that one. 48 seconds left in this power play. Cute little sauce pass as number 22, Berhart, gives it away, as here comes Ontario, as Pitawadat comes in, and Allard takes him down, and he's going to go to the sin bin, as Pitawadat draws a penalty, as we're 4 aside for the next 28 seconds, and Scott, as the ref comes back out, I don't know if he's waving at us or waving at the bench, but nonetheless he's back, and Tyson Watney's asking him, is your heart broken, are you okay? And I'm fine, as Here comes Big Styles as Sask is coming the other way as they stop and quickly turns as number 21 tried to get fancy, and Big Norman wiped his guy out as here comes Saskatchewan again as number 19 has got his jersey as Gardapi gets his jersey hung on as Norman flicks it to the corner. That play's broken, and here comes Ontario as he hangs on to the puck. A nice little chip, and that's broken play. Here comes South the other way as Gardapi walks in, and that's turned aside, and he gets bumped off the puck, and Ontario bounces out off a Sask player. So that's waved off, and out of the box is Jake Bond. Ontario's looking at setting up from behind the net as Jake Bond gets the puck over to McDonald, and he falls down, gets the puck back, steps up and gets a shot, and that's blocked. And getting a little wild here as Ontario's throwing the puck around, and they're looking good on this power play as they've got 30 seconds left. Here's South the other way, almost a 2-on-1. But that play's broken up by number 27 for Ontario, which is broke that play up, which is Stiers from Garden River. And here's big number 13, Cunningham Lukes, as they're trying to get fancy here, Stiers, and that's not working as Sask is forechecking hard as Ontario, when they move that puck good, they seem to get a lot of chances, and when they're moving it, they can create some offense. And again, the net is knocked off his moorings as the penalty comes to an end. As I don't know if Josh Henry's got that play down pat where he is knocking the net off, but it's happening pretty frequent, and I don't know if that's the refs should probably put a little water on his post and freeze that ice up a bit, but nonetheless 2-2, 11:54 face off in Saskatchewan zone is Saskatchewan wins a face-off as Dockstetter loses that draw. Dewar chips it, and back is number 8, Abraham, over to number 21, Lewis Sturgis. Quick shot goes over the net as Lewis trying to hold his man up as Saskatchewan's buzzing as they're pushing hard as they put it back to the point. As McGuire got a piece of that quick shot, and here they go again. That shot's blocked by Sturgis as Ontario's on its heels as Sask keeps it in as Sturgis picks it off as number 8, Abraham, gets it to the line. Here's Dockstetter walks in, quick shot as he got a lot on that. But Josh Henry out at the top of the circle. Give us a shout out online if you're liking what you're hearing. We're coming live at Kamloops, BC, tournament capital of Canada, home of the Kamloops to the Secwepemc of the Shuswap Nation. 2-2 hockey game, 11 minutes left as Ontario throws the puck just wide as shot on goal. Big blocker save by Henry as Ontario keeps the puck, throws it at the net, bounces around as Saskatchewan flips it off the wall and out. Number 21 had a good head of steam and had his stick knocked out of his hands as number 21 Rory Dewar had a head of steam. And here comes Ontario. These teams are going end to end, and that shot just goes whistling wide as McDonald didn't miss by much. And here comes Sask again, 2-on-1 as number 19 Gardapi just missed the net, and here's Herchak. He flips it over to Allard. Allard gets one off as Nate McGuire gave him no room whatsoever. As we've got some great action, end-to-end hockey, as Saskatchewan and Ontario have it going on, as this is a nail biter, as almost as exciting as that game between Winnipeg and St. Louis last week, as Winnipeg came on and beat St. Louis in overtime. This hockey is just as good as Baptiste gets out there, as they've got Baptiste, Savy, and Parada coming out for Sask, as Ontario's pushing back with Taylor, Irvine, and McDonald line, and that puck's loose behind the net as Lewis chips it back deep, and here's Norman, and Sask brings it out as that's missed by Baptiste, as big number 13 tried to walk in, is Cunningham Laux, as that puck's taken away, as Saskatchewan's tied up in her zone, as Ontario's taken away space, and here comes number 9 with a quick shot that just went wide by number 9, Danny McDonald, but Baptiste, the shot that didn't go anywhere, as Saskatchewan had enough of that, and that just goes wide. As we've got a stoppage in play, as Norman tried to hit the net, as Herchak gets a drink of water here, as our other refs back into the game. Nobody happier than his partner with this pressure of a 2-2 game. You need good officiating, and we've been getting it here so far in this game, as Baptiste gives his guys some business off the face-off. Quick shot, just missed, as number 15 for Ontario just missed that, which is Paquette. And giveaway, as here comes Sask, as they're looking for a change, and they're going to get a full change as Delorme's line's out there with Daniluk and Arkan Vandal. This line has the ability to score, and they've had a good tourney, but today they've been kind of shut down here, as Ontario's been playing a solid, as number 18 Evans loses the puck and gets it back, as Sask stretches it out, as Big Allard was looking for number 9 for Team Saskatchewan, Daniluk, as he's wide open over there, as Ontario, big number 8, Abraham, is wheeling around, gets it up to Jake Bond, who's had a good game, and that shot's ripped on net and turned aside, and number 18, Kachetko, over top of the net, and here's coming back is Lewis, as he's hanging on and gives a pass, and Ontario coughs it up, as Saskatchewan with a quick shot, and Ontario retrieves it, as here comes number 27, skates it out of the zone, as Ontario's walking a line, and they're getting some chances, as Sask can't get it out, as they hit the line, and an icing call is number 12, Cash Arkan Vandal. Could have walked another couple steps, but he's gassed. He could have took a couple steps to get over center, but he chose to shoot it, and now the drums are beating, and the Ontario fans are starting to cheer, or maybe that's Saskatchewan. That looks like Saskatchewan, and here's Big Louie. Oh, and a big save by Henry, as there was a rebound, and Allard skates it out and shoots it on, and we're going to get a stoppage in play, and Sask is going to get a change here, as big Josh Henry made a save and Cam Allard skated that puck out as Saskatchewan dearly needed a change. And coming back is Caleb Dewar. Dewar's line with Bearhart and Gamble. This line brings a lot of energy. They can skate and forecheck, and they're battling hard as everybody's throwing their checks around, and Lewis gives some stick work and he gets away with that. As here comes Kachetko as he dumps it in and he's looking for a change. Xander Kachetko has played a pretty solid game for Ontario, both ends of the ice, and South barely gets it out as they go wide and looks like an offside play as Gamble is offside. 5-5-5 left in a 2-2 hockey game. Not very often you see numbers of 5-5-5 and 2-2-2 on the board, but just wanted to share that with the fans. As I see Courage Bear walked into the building here, a big part of Team Saskatchewan. Come to watch the boys, always has a big smile and a big part of Sask hockey, and Big Norman gets taken out as he's run over by number 17, Petawakak, as he finished his check. As Big Norman, he's like one of the big trees in the forest. When they fall, you can hear it as Petawakak laid him out along the boards, but they pay the price at this level as big changes. He comes off and 16 stays out there as Dockstetter. Big draw in Ontario's zone as Kachetko pushes it forward, and here comes Dockstetter as he goes wide as he's pushed out by Norman. And here's number 7, Jacobs, who loses the puck, and here's Dockstetter. They're pushing late, loose puck, oh! Bounces over Petawakak's stick, and slashing call as number 7, Noah Jacobs, takes a costly penalty here, breaks the stick of Team Saskatchewan's player. That's probably a $400 stick that just went to the wood pile, as that's number 19 stick, Waylon Gardepy, as his stick is broken, as his parents are starting to count their money. As players bench of Beast of Kamloops or Sport Check, they're looking at a busy time with all these broken sticks. That goes by. Big number 6, Allard, as Kachetko is taken out by Allard as Herchuk comes in to help as Allard looks at it. We got 143 as Kachetko has been holding his own and dominating the forecheck. Great job by Kachetko. Is out. He's replaced by Emerson Taylor. And here comes South the other way as Dewar chips it up to number 9 for Saskatchewan, which is Daniluk, is looking at a quick shot. That play's going, puck goes out of play. 4:33 left in the third period. 2-2 tie as Ontario seems to be getting a lot of sticks and shutting down zones here of Saskatchewan on this power play, as Caleb Dewar in to take the draw against number 11 Emerson Taylor, a couple 11s, which comes back to Allard over to Herchuk. Herchuk hangs on to it, and Sask is looking at trying to set it up as a give and go side of the net as McGuire made a good save as he came across as Sask tried to execute a little give and low, go down low as they gain the zone again, and Herchuk gets the puck and they're going to settle it down in 48 seconds as Dewar has the puck and back to Herchuk, and he gets one off, and that's off and out of danger as number 9 for Saskatchewan. Daniluk is caught in his zone, and that's out. Is down the ice is big number 13, Cunningham Loucks, who's played a good game defensively, as Allard is kind of being buzzed around by number 15, Boquette, as Saskatchewan can't seem to get going. As here's Evans, who probably should have moved that puck a little quicker, as number 22, Bearhart, was offside by a good foot. 7 seconds left. Is Ontario, if they can hang on to kill this power play off, as number 7 busted the stick of Jacobs, broke the stick of Bearhart, and coming back is Evans. Is one last push here as puck goes off the stick of number 21 for Saskatchewan. Coming back is Sask. They dump it out. As here comes Ontario, as their shot is blocked, and the save comes wide as Sask is getting it out. These teams are playing hard, and good solid check by number 27, Stiers from Garden River, home of Ted Nolan, as and the Nolans, the three ends, as the Nolans, Jordan and Brandon, they played some NHL hockey and put us First Nations people on the map. As Garden River is represented here, as Saskatchewan looking, as Allard's got the puck pushed off into the corner. Allard again, and that's a quick shot. As some traffic as Abrahams takes his guy down, and McGuire makes another save. 2:07 left. The Saskatchewan sends out Daniluk. Looks like Daniluk and number 22, which is Bearhart, and Dewar with James Norman. James Norman. Here comes Ontario. Bearhart, that's a block by Herchuk. Here comes Sass, three guys, as Dewar goes to the net, and a save, as that's covered up as number 9, Daniluk, tried to sneak that through Nate McGuire, and Nate McGuire made another save. 150 as Saskatchewan makes another change. Out comes Gardepy to take this draw, and we've got Bernier. Oh, Ontario's rushing hard the other way. Nice stick by Herchuk, as he played him perfectly, and this deep pairings can get lots of ice. As Saskatchewan with a quick shot and a save. Oh, as 1:33 left, as is that number 20? It is number 20 for Ontario, Devin McDonald, takes a penalty with 1:33, and Saskatchewan's going to come back with a timeout, and looks like they got the Dewar brothers out there with Daniluk, and Herchuk is getting a breath of water, and Nate McGuire has been busy late in this period, as Saskatchewan takes a timeout. And want to have a big shout out to all the fans in Garden River, home of the Nolans, and Ted Nolan, who has been instrumental in hockey in Ontario and hockey in Canada, and famous for coaching Latvia at the World Hockey Championships. And we have, a number of people out there, and We're getting Wild Wally saying Power Play Team Ontario, and Cass Docksetter saying let's go Team O. Doxy number 16, we love you from your family. Big shout out to those guys, and huge face off as Ontario is looking at keeping that puck outside. Is big number 21. He draws a penalty, and we're all evened up here as Dewar takes a penalty for hooking on Sturgeon Lewis, who's had a really stellar game for Ontario, as big number 21 was battling for the puck and the ref evened it up. We got 4-on-4 hockey with 1:26 left. Face off in Saskatchewan zone. Here comes Ontario as Sask looks like getting it out, and here's Dewar, and we got good action here as Herchuk looks at going all the way as he brings it up to Allard. Allard, that puck's chipped out by big number 21 Sturgeon Lewis, as he's got a long reach. If you want to go by him, you got to be quick, as he's not a guy you can beat one-on-one, as he's been pretty solid there. Face off with 1:03 left, as we've got Daniluk out there taking the draw. Herchuk is on the point, and as here comes Dewar. Oh, he got a lot on that as Nate McGuire got the top of his stick to make that save. As they're battling for a puck, as nobody wants to give up a loose puck, and here's Saskatchewan with 40 seconds. A quick shot as big number 21 Lewis has boxed out his guy, and he hangs on the puck and flips it off to number 27 Stiers, who gives it back to Lewis, and he's looking for a long pass. Oh, we got an offside play, and that's going all the way back. As Dockstetter looked at getting behind this Saskatchewan defense, but he was offside, and Ontario is going with big number 7, Jacobs, out there, and looks like number 13, Cunningham Laux, is out there, as I don't know what's going on with Jacobs here, but the refs are talking about time on the clock, I imagine, as they've got Jacobs and number 15 out there, Paquette, with big number 13, Cunningham Laux, and number 10, Pettergills. And Saskatchewan is coming with Herchuk, number 19, Gardepy, and Arcanval. Oh, as that puck was almost stolen, as that's kept in, flipped into the corner, 13 seconds. As looks like these guys are gonna play to another draw. As that's loose. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Give and go. Oh, as number 19, Waylon Gardepy puts his hand over his head, as he had a glorious chance to win this and end the game for Saskatchewan, as we're ending in a 2-2 draw. As my good bro Courage Bear comes by, always got a great smile. Huge hockey guy for Team Saskatchewan. As we're ending in a 2-2 draw here, as the coaches give a handshake to each other, and very entertaining game. A very well tended game with the goalies, and Josh Henry and Nate McGuire had a goalies duel, and as number 19 Waylon Gardepy could have ended it as I thought time was running out. He was wide open on a 4-on-4 play and just shot it wide. So, yes, it was a good game, ladies and gentlemen, and we want to again give out a big shout out to number 7, Noah Bernier, and his sister Amelia Bernier, who are playing for Team Saskatchewan, and they're from the North Battleford area, and they're cousins of my business partner Joe Cuisance from the Arnstad blood. Big shout out to those guys, and we just want to say that what a game here, and the teams need to come back and line up for players of the game, and Saskatchewan standing around wondering what's going on. But I'm Shane Gottfredson, your play-by-play guy. I want to say goodbye on behalf of me and my camera guy, Elliot Goodyear. I hope all the fans that are watching us on live give us a shout out, give us some feedback. And I can say that Jake Bond had a great game in this defense for Team Ontario. They look stellar as Saskatchewan's defensive Herchuk, Norman, and Allard are steady as well. Big shout out to the Gardapies back in Saskatchewan as they've had a loss in their family, and want to shout out, a big shout out to all of their families back home, sending you love and strength and prayers all the way from BC. Tournament capital of Canada, Kamloops, British Columbia, home of the Kamloops Blazers and the home of the Kamloops, the Sequeppin. I'm Shane Gottfredson, your play-by-play guy. Me and my cameraman, Elliot Goodyear, are signing off, and thank you very much from Kamloops, BC.